This is sort of more a video for the Aussies out there who are looking for a decent quality hot water system. I haven't tried these myself, so I can't really say how good they are or aren't. But I think they're a very viable alternative to the Cube and other associated rebadges of the Cube, which the older model of which only output 2.5 litres a minute. Pathetic if you ask me. They've got a newer digital press button temperature model. I don't know if that's much better. And aside from that option, there's the Coleman hot water on demand, which is what I've got. Some people have, it seems many people the first one will fail them and the second one will actually run alright. So a lot of people have had them fail and a lot of people have had them run a long time. I've sort of experienced both things with the same machine because I've owned two of them. But once again, it's made in China. The fittings on them are ridiculous. They're just weak and just rubbish. The connectors, the water connectors on the Coleman, they're just the biggest joke. You also probably need to pull the battery out and put a real 6-volt deep cycle battery onto the connectors, as I've done with mine, to get mine to actually last and actually get enough current to run the pump properly. So if you're sick of dealing with the Cube and the Coleman hot water on demand, there is now another option. It's built in Australia. It looks a lot like the ones the Americans have that are sort of like, you know, those big plastic paper towel boxes. They look a lot like that. They're sort of quite large enough, sort of not super big, but large enough rectangular boxes, white boxes, and they got like 2 or 3 knobs on the front. And you see some Americans have got them. Solar Cabin, his share is one of those. And there's, yeah, 1 or 2 brands which are essentially the same sort of hot water system. Well, they're now making one like that in Australia, and it looks very similar to that. The Cube, the older model, put out 2.5 litres a minute. The Coleman hot water on demand puts out 4 litres a minute. This machine can come with a 12-volt pump as an option, or just a mains connector. Now, under mains connector pressure, you'll sort of get 6 litres a minute running through it. When you're running it off the 12-volt DC pump, and it's a decent pump like one of those Shore Flows and stuff like that, your proper RV 12-volt water pumps, when you're running it on that, you get 4.3 litres a minute. If you're running it from an overhead tank, I think you need something like between 9 and 11 litres a minute worth of easy going flow, flow just coming out of the hose, to be able to run this machine without overheating it, and then the water will come through it at least 4.3 litres a minute. But I've sort of got higher flows than that. Maybe it was sort of 10 to 12 litres a minute. I can't remember exactly what he told me in the email. But yeah, there's, you can use an overhead water tank with it as long as you're sort of, 10 plus litres a minute, or the 12-volt water pump that comes with it as an option. It's an optional extra, and that'll do 4.3 litres a minute, or if you use mains pressure, it does 6 litres a minute. And there is even an option to get the whole lot mounted on a trolley, like a little trolley you pick up boxes with, and you can move it around like that, and you can stick the gas bottle at the bottom of the trolley. It takes 2 D-sized batteries for the piezo igniter. It'll start as soon as the water flow starts running. It's actually got a little ball valve tap on the bottom of it. But yeah, have a look. They've got videos of it and everything. CountryOutdoorSupplies.com.au. COUNTRYOUTDOORS. .com.au. S-U-P-P-L-I-S. I forget exactly how it's spelled. Look at the description. I'll put a link to it in the description down below. And this may be an actual serious option that you can use instead of a Coleman or a cube that's made in China and slightly lacking in flow.